If you lost it all, still believe in yourself. No one's gonna say you gotta.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy. This is Kick It with Chrissy, and I'm so excited to kick it with you. Today, we are going to be reacting to some fat ladies on the internet who love being fat and are never gonna apologize for it. Actually, we're gonna react to just one. I found one on Instagram and she is beautiful and stylish, and I might have a little bit of a girl crush on her. But before I introduce her to you, do all the YouTubey things, please. Like, because I know you're gonna like this. Comment, subscribe, please. Please subscribe. And let's have some fun. This beat is sick. Let's go. I am so excited, without further ado, to introduce you to Spookylilash. Do you know Spookylilash? Let me know, because we're about to know her just a little bit. She is, I think, from Chicago, Illinois, and like I said, she has this incredible style. She is stunning, beautiful. I'm obsessed with her style. She does a lot of like cosplay kind of dealies, but as you can see, loves makeup. She's kind of alt, maybe a little witchy. That's probably why I like her. But she's beautiful. She's stunning. But she is published pinup. Good for you. Self-love, body positivity, cosplay and fashion. And if she was just existing doing plus size cosplay and fashion, then I would just be drooling over her silently and appreciating her from afar. But she posts things like this every so often, and I thought that we could go over some of them together. As you can see here, she has beautiful colored tattoos. She loves a good cosplay. And this says, things I do that would have Skinty talk clutching its pearls. Ooh, clutching its pearls. She says, your life isn't going to wait for the perfect body. So choose the life you, or choose to life your life now. I think she meant choose to live your life now. And I absolutely agree. You should not wait until you're in the perfect body or the perfect body for you to live life. At face value, completely agree with the sentiment. But that doesn't mean that you can't improve your health and possibly change your body. That might come along with it. Let's get started. I don't look at how many calories are in anything I'm eating. Now, this may sound like a flex to some. Oh, sorry. This may sound like a flex to some. However, not looking at the calories on anything just sounds really irresponsible. Not only are you not looking at the calories, that tells me that you're probably not looking at what is inside of it at all. And you should care what's inside your food and what you're putting into your body. Wearing clothes that make me look bigger. I feel like most people love a good oversized look. It's kind of a style. I feel like it's just kind of a style. I will never ever hate on someone that likes to wear oversized clothes. I'm literally wearing my husband's sweatpants right now, and I'm obsessed. I love wearing oversized clothes. I love wearing my husband's clothes. I love wearing my old fat clothes. Oh, and by the way, I guess I forgot to say at the beginning, I used to be 350 pounds. I'll pop up a picture over here. And now I am not 350 pounds. And I'm still on my journey, but I'm a lot closer to the end than the beginning. So yay, props to me. So I say that to say I know where she's or they, I don't know what their pronouns are. I know where they are coming from. Being bigger than 90% of my past partners, I mean, I don't know. That wouldn't have me clutching my pearls, but maybe I am not the right audience because I would not consider myself a part of Skinty or even an X Fact yet. So maybe I am not the right demographic for this, but being bigger than 90% of my past partners, when I got with my husband, I was way bigger than him. So yeah, I think sometimes people have body preferences and people tend not to prefer a bigger body, but sometimes people look past it, and sometimes your bigger partner ends up finding themselves again and getting healthy and not bigger than you anymore. I mean, the surface level of like being bigger than 90% of your past partners is just, I don't know, it's kind of gross to me. But on the other hand, everyone has preferences. And you can find the right demographic, so if there's somebody out there for everyone. I work out while fat and not to lose weight. Okay? You don't have to lose weight. No one's telling you or forcing you to lose weight. Lifting weights and gaining muscle is super important for women, and I do not think that you should focus on shrinking or being smaller necessarily. I feel like it is vital for women to get stronger though and be stronger and focus on strength. You can still be fat and you can still work out while you're fat. Nobody in the gym is going to be looking at you crazy if you're fat and they're lifting weights. Most people are just focused on themselves. So nobody really cares that you work out while fat and not to lose weight. But skinty talk, I guess what they're referring to is the more extreme of like the Liv Schmitz of it all. Again, I even the skinty talk, I really don't think they care about you that much. I'm sorry, but you're just not that important. Like I always say, you're just not that important. Sorry. People are not thinking about you as much as you think they are. Eating past fullness because it tastes good. And then she adds a caveat only in moderation. That seems concerning to me. If you eat past fullness because it tastes good, that is a problem. That's a problem. It's an illness. It's a sickness. It's a disease. If an alcoholic was like, hey, I'm going to have one more beer and drive this car because I like the way it tastes, we wouldn't be applauding that. We wouldn't be saying that's healthy. If another addict was like, man, this insert shrug of choice feels so good. Just one more hit. I just need one more hit. That one more could kill them. That one more drink could end you on Minecraft. With food, it may not be just having one more bite, but one more bite and another bite and another bite and pushing yourself past fullness because it tastes good, making yourself sick is not okay. It's an illness. It's not a flex. Soft bellies and a crop top. Wear your crop top. Wear a bikini. Wear whatever you want. You're stunning. You're beautiful. I've said it multiple times already in this video. You're stunning. Wear what you want. I love your style. I love that you're confident. Soft bellies and crop tops. Skinny talk probably doesn't care about that either. Sorry. I drink my calories. Again, just irresponsible. Why would you drink full sugar sodas when there are zeros or diets available? I cannot tell the difference between a regular and a regular Coke and a Coke Zero anymore. I can't tell. They literally taste the same to me, and one is not going to fry my pancreas. So irresponsible to drink your calories. But you just said that you're not worried about calories, so why are you worried? I rest when I'm tired instead of worrying that I'll be seen as lazy. Everyone rests when they're tired. However, sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do. Not everyone wants to go to work all the time. Not everyone wants to wake up at 5 a.m. when their baby's crying. But we do it anyway. So why is it not the same for your health? Just because you don't feel like exercising that day, you don't feel like getting those last 5,000 steps in for the day, like you don't want to hit your step goals, doesn't mean that you shouldn't, because the decisions you make today is a vote for the person that you want to be or that you choose to be. Whatever Honey Bison says, go say, go to her channel. She has all the good advice. But the decisions you make today are a vote for the person that you want to become or want to become tomorrow, something like that. I love that. I don't know if it's her quote or if she got it from a book or something. I don't know, but I always love that quote. I don't own a scale or know my current weight. Again, not a flex, just irresponsible. If having a scale in your house is that triggering that you cannot even know your own weight, then you need to seek mental help. You need to go to therapy. You need to fix it because a number on a scale is so much less important than so many other things in life. But it is a good tool of measurement. Like, I'm gonna 2 days ago, I weighed 179. Yesterday, I weighed 177.6. Today, I weighed 179. Do I think that I'm gaining and losing 2 pounds in a 24-hour period? No. But it's good to know what my weight is doing from day to day. If you struggle with the number on the scale and the number on the scale affects your mood, which it does still to me, what I recommend you do is extreme exposure. Just weigh every single day until you stop caring, especially as a woman, as our cycles fluctuate throughout the month. So many things can change the weight on the scale. It's just one metric to your health. But going so far as to not even having one or not even knowing what your current weight is, how do you even know what you're doing to your body? Like, you don't even know what range you're in. You don't know if you're morbidly obese. You don't know if you're if you've gained 50 pounds in a year or 100 pounds in a year like I did, and possibly it's a hormonal issue. You don't know any of that. You have to be informed. If you're not informed about your own body, how do you expect anything to be caught at the doctor's? You have to be your own advocate, and how can you advocate for yourself if you don't have all the information? I buy clothes that fit my body as it is now. Perfect. Do that. Absolutely. Buy clothes that fit you now. Don't buy goal clothes or clothes that are way too big unless that's the style that you're going for. Obviously, buy clothes that fit you now. Like, duh. Stop wasting your money in buying, like, goal clothes. Remember, you weren't born hating your body, you were taught to. That's the wrong too, but it's okay. I can't talk either, so it's okay. Yeah, we weren't born hating our bodies. We also weren't born overeating and with sugar addictions and with body dysmorphia. We weren't born with a lot of things. And you were taught to by people on the internet who unfortunately you have become pushing a false narrative that people attach your morality to your weight. See other bodies online right now is hard. Media constantly pushes the idea that we need to shrink, take up less space, and treat our bodies like problems to fix. When the messaging is everywhere, it can mess with your head even if you know better. You are not failing for feeling this way. Ch- Choosing to nourish yourself, move for joy, and exist as you are is not weakness. I I agree with that. Choosing to nourish yourself, move for joy, and exist as you are is not weakness. Okay, I agree with that part. But choosing to nourish yourself, do you think if you are eating past the point of fullness, you are not nourishing yourself? You are no longer nourishing yourself. What nourishment does a bag of hot Cheetos have for you? Zero. None. What nourishment does a full sugar Coke have for you? None. What nourishment does a venti size iced caramel mocha frappuccino Amberlin Reed have for you? Nothing. Nothing. So where's nourish yourself how? If you're nourishing yourself, that means you're taking care of your body. And move for joy. The other thing she said, move for joy. Absolutely. You should find something you love to do that's physical and active, and you should do that. Absolutely. And as far as seeing other bodies online is hard right now, get off of the internet then. This has been the internet has been this way since the internet has existed. Okay? You're always going to see different people with different kind of bodies, and there's always going to be a certain type of body type that is pushed through the media, and no one ever looks like that. Even the people that they're pushing don't even look like that. So get off of the internet if you're so sensitive to it. Okay, let's look at some comments. As someone who is overweight and recently went to the doc and got a full blood test and MRI, the results came back 100% healthy. Fuck the skinty is healthy rhetoric. Okay, Just because your blood tests and MRI are completely fine now does not mean that it will be fine in the future. And there are plenty of other metrics to health other than blood tests and MRIs. How are you feeling? Can you walk up a flight of stairs without having to stop and take a break? Can you walk through a mall? Can you go on a hike? Like, can you tell yourself no when there's a cheesecake in front of you? Sorry. IDK, how to feel about this? Of course, whoever judges anyone based on solely their physique is a total subhuman. But on the other hand, the lifestyle is clearly unhealthy and you are trying so very hard to make it a cool thing. Not counting your calories when clearly overweight, for example, is damaging to whoever has serious complications tied to their weight. Absolutely. You can't focus on what the hell is going on in the world around us if you're focused on getting smaller. Stay big, protest stuff that matters. And you cannot fight for injustices. You cannot fight for injustices in the world if you are no longer here. You can't fight for what's right and for people that are actually oppressed if you are bedridden. How are you going to stand all day when you have 300 pounds pushing down on your knee joints? How are you going to fight and protest when your body gives out on you? Get stronger. Not bigger, not smaller. Get stronger. Stronger. You're baiting them at this point. I watch my weight and want to drop it, but not be skinty to be healthy because I have a bad heart. So I want to make sure it doesn't have to overwork because of my size. Absolutely. I need an alt heavier dude. So the same thing. Anyone know someone? Just putting out ads out here. Refuse to call anything a guilty pleasure or refer to any eating as being good or being bad. I have mixed feelings about this because I still have a lot of stuff feel like I'm trying to like unlearn. But when I think about it through the scope of like raising my child, I really don't want her growing up with foods that are good or bad. I want food to be neutral and I want her to understand what food does to your body. Just by labeling things good and bad isn't very informative, but labeling things as this gives you energy, this gives you a sugar rush, this will last longer in your body with more energy, this will last less time. And giving her all the information as much as I can give her so she can grow up to make those decisions herself. That's how I like to label things. But yeah, I wish food could be neutral, but when you have struggled with BED or hinging or any kind of negativity towards food, it can be hard not to have good or bad foods in your life, and some foods that you may never want to touch again if you're a recovering addict. But that's just my perspective of hinging. All right, here is another post from Spookylilash right here. And this one says, there are so many assumptions made about us that don't actually reflect reality, just bias, stereotypes, and outdated thinking. But we are so much more than that. Things fat people think, Freudian slip, things people think about fat women that aren't actually true. That we hate our bodies. A lot of us don't. Some of us fought very hard to love ourselves. Same. Same, girl. Same. I think that there is an element to hating your body when you're not treating it with love and kindness and fueling it properly. I think there is an element of neglect. Maybe not hate, but neglect. That we eat constantly / eat unhealthy. Being bigger does not mean someone is always eating, overeating, or eating unhealthy. Okay, so that's just fundamentally incorrect. Okay? Excess fat is the storage of food that you were not able to use. So, you are eating more than your body needs. You may not think that you are overeating. However, If you are not moving properly with the amount of fuel that you are putting into your body, then you are overeating. Always eating? Probably not. Or eating unhealthy. You probably don't eat unhealthy all the time. However, again, portion sizes can be a huge problem. And people's definitions of healthy and unhealthy can also be a problem because people seem to think that there are different versions of healthy and unhealthy. And I disagree. I feel like it's pretty black and white. Healthy foods and not healthy foods. Ultra processed food, not healthy. Grown from the ground, comes from an animal, healthy. But again, moderation. You can overeat healthy foods. You can overeat whole foods. It is a lot more difficult, but it can be done. That we smell. Body size does not determine hygiene or cleanliness. No, but for some people, as the adipose tissue continues to grow, it is harder to get to all the crevices, all the rolls, all the places to clean properly. Body size does not inherently determine hygiene or cleanliness, but like I said, it makes it a lot harder to make sure you are clean, that we aren't active. A lot of bigger people hike, dance, swim, travel, work out, and move our bodies every day. That's awesome. You should. You should. Find something that you love to do and do it. Absolutely. Then you're overeating. You're not active. There's no way that you are active every single day and not eating over your energy expenditure and not losing weight. It's simple thermodynamics. Calories in, calories out. Simple. For most people. Most cases, okay? That we're automatically unhealthy. You cannot diagnose someone by looking at them. No, but yes. If you are obviously overweight, you're not healthy. If you're morbidly obese, you are not healthy. That we don't take care of ourselves. Bigger people practice self-care. We often love beauty, fashion, skincare, and wellness. We take care of our bodies. Loving beauty, fashion, and skincare and wellness does not always equate to health. Practicing self-care and self-love is only a small part of health. An act of self-care and self-love is nurturing your body, fueling your body properly, learning what kind of foods make you feel certain types of ways and what different macros and micronutrients can do to your body. And like we were talking about last time, you aren't practicing self-care if you are not reading labels on foods and you're just shoving whatever you want in your body or overstuffing it. That's not self-care. That's not an act of self-love. You're harming yourself. That we should hide our bodies. We are not required to dress flattering or make ourselves look smaller to make others comfortable. No one's asking you to make yourself smaller. And as far as flattering goes, that's more so based on like your body type, not your body size. That we should hide our bodies. No, I mean, good luck. No one is saying that. No one is saying hide your body. Wear what you want to wear. Be confident. Awesome. Love that for you. I don't love that you're glorifying obesity and you're trying to tell other people that it's okay and that their weight isn't a sign of unhealthiness. That's sick. That nobody finds us attractive. No, there's whole communities for people that love obese women. Whole communities for it. No one believes that. That we're desperate for attention. I mean, I think anyone that probably posts themselves on the internet is likes attention. I mean, I don't know about desperate. Desperate's a strong word, but when you see certain like fat activists posting themselves half naked on the internet or like shaking their bellies on the internet or shoving food on their face, shoving food in their face on the internet, that seems a little desperate for attention. That we shouldn't be confident. No, I think most people hope for confidence in women. I think we are entering a we've trying to enter, but I think we're finally entering an era of women supporting women a lot more and what that means. And I think all women, all people should be confident in their bodies. I think they should be confident in their body as it is and then get healthy. Health health is about the mentality and the mental health of it all. Once you can lock in to that mental health aspect, the physical health will come a lot easier and won't feel like you're torturing yourself or feel like it's a hindrance that, you don't get to eat the fourth slice of cake. Like, it'll feel like a relief, you know? That being bigger is the worst thing someone can be. Being bigger is not a moral issue. Exactly. It does not determine kindness, worth, intelligence, love, or happiness. No. It's just a sign of being unhealthy. You're wrapping up so many emotions into this. It is science. You are not healthy. You're not healthy. You're not healthy. That's all. Not saying you're bad people, not saying you're a bad person. Saying you're not healthy. And if you are encouraging other people to remain unhealthy, it's disgusting and you're sick. A lot of people think these things about our bodies. They judge, they assume, they try to shrink us with their words, but none of that defines you. Don't let it stop you from living fully. Wear what you want, take up space, laugh loudly, love openly. Your confidence is yours, your joy is yours. You don't have to earn it, explain it, or apologize for it. No one is saying that. Like, the only place that I see this stuff is with other fat creators saying it. Fat creators will tell you that you are not loved, that you are not respected, that the world thinks that you should shrink yourself, take up less space. Fat creators say that. Fat creators are saying that. The world does not say that. My little part of the world that I am in, and I guess I'm trying to become colleagues with these other people that have like-minded views as me, our whole thing is wanting a healthier world. Mentally healthy, physically healthy, so we can have a strong, happy, healthy world. That's all. Just a healthier world. You deserve love, you deserve kindness, and you deserve respect. But no one is going to treat you with love, kindness, and respect if you don't first treat yourself with love and kindness and respect. And a part of that is by taking care of the vessel that you have. A part of nurturing yourself and self-care is fueling your body properly. That is all I have for you guys this time. And I really appreciate you being here. Let me know in the comments if you have heard of Spookylilash or your thoughts on some of the things that she thinks Skinty Talk would clutch their pearls at, or what people think of fat people's bodies. Would not mind leaving me a like, any kind of comment is great. Subscribe if you enjoyed this. I'll be posting more content, of course. And thanks for kicking it with me. If you made it this far, type spooky or leave me your favorite spooky emoji in the bottom. And yeah, until next time, bye bye.
If you lost it all, still believe in yourself. No one's gonna say you gotta